Hi guys, and welcome today to a new type of tutorial. I decided to start a new series that will focus on how to make origami, not how to make an origami model. It's how to make origami models or how to make origami, either way. Whichever one you would like. So it's gonna start out, today's tutorial will teach you the basics of how to use the paper. Next week's tutorial, whenever tutorial, it's gonna show you the bases, and then soon after that I'll have a tutorial on how to use those. So to start off, I'm gonna show you the few basic folds that every single origami uses. The first one is the valley fold, which is this. So now you have a valley fold. So basically the fold that folds up. And so you got a valley fold. The mountain fold is like this. Actually, it should be more like, yeah. Mountain fold would be like this. I'm not being precise here, I'm just too lazy to do that today. The mountain fold would be like this. Oh, sorry, like this. So now you've got a valley fold here, and a mountain fold here. Remember that when you fold the paper, it's to manipulate the paper. So this is just one of the ways to do it. Now, you also have, once you do that, you have another type of fold called the inside reverse fold. Inside fold, something like that. It's where you take your paper and you have this section of it in your tutorial, in the video, whatever model you're making, where you need to squish it in, and this would be an inside fold. What I just did would be an inside fold, and it's where you basically squish the paper, you fold the paper into the model, like this. So let's say I'm trying to make a tent, and I'm folding this area into this, I'm folding this corner into this area, which is into the model. And so you can use this for shaping your model, that's used frequently. You can also use it for changing the color, and for assisting in other aspects and details of it. The outside reverse fold is the same thing, just in reverse. So if I take the paper and I do this, then I unfold, and I do this, I have now done an outside reverse fold. So you fold the paper, this inside fold would be to fold the paper inwards, and outside reverse fold would be to fold the paper outwards. Usually it's also where it doesn't meet, an outside or an inside reverse fold, it doesn't always mean that the paper, especially the outside, doesn't always mean that the paper reaches corner to edge. That could technically be an outside reverse fold, but it's not the correct way to use it. So an outside reverse fold would be something that would go past the edge or the corner. And so you'd have something like this. So this would be an outside reverse fold. It's basically the same thing as the inside fold. It's just another way of using the paper. It's quite useful. It's also really fun to do. That's my favorite fold. It's just like really fun to do. So then there's another one. It's called the pleat. This one's used for angling the paper. Because I mean I can do this and fold it in half and shift it this way, but if I want to like get the paper to move like this, like that, I'm going to have to pleat it. In order to do that, what you do is fold it one way, then using some reference point, fold it down the other way. So you'd fold it backwards, I guess, not necessarily, and then fold it forwards again at a different angle. And so then this would allow me to do this, which now I've got like a house. And so this would allow me to do this. That's what a pleat is. A pleat could also be the reverse, where instead of valley folding, I'd mountain fold and then valley fold this. See, there's a valley fold here and a mountain fold here. There's also the clump, which is the same as a pleat, just it incorporates the inside fold. So what I would do to make a clump is to fold it in, and then along the pleat creases I would do this. Along the pleat creases I would fold it into the model. This is an inside clump, by the way. I fold it into the model, and then I would valley fold out on the second pleat crease. So now I've got the same thing, it's just in a different form. And from here you can do either, from here it's more identical, it's for symmetrical purposes. Then the outside clump is the same thing, but you would move on the outside, like the outside reverse fold. So I would mountain fold on the first pleat crease, then valley fold on the second one. Like that. And so that would be an outside clump fold. I mean, technically this would then be an inside clump fold, but we're working on the right side, so it would be an outside clump fold. Then you've also got another one known as the squash, and this is sometimes as fun as it sounds. So let's do. We're gonna pleat our paper. Now the squash, actually no, we're going to use the inside reverse fold, inside reverse fold. So what would happen is in a squash, you are moving two separate edges of the paper. So I would, if I wanted to fold here, I could do so. But then what if I wanted this edge to stay over here? I could do that by opening that edge and squashing the top. This technique is used for a lot of the bases, of the usual bases that people use. It's very common, and it's not always fun, but you know, it's not the worst. And so those are all the basic folds. Sometime later, I'll have a new tutorial focus teaching you how to make bases, and then we'll see what happens from there. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe, comment, and like, and tell me what you learnt in the comment section.